Chosen one, what I am about to share with you will surprise you in ways you may never have imagined. If you are watching this now, it is not a coincidence. You have been divinely guided here, for something extraordinary is about to happen in your life. Prepare yourself to receive unimaginable blessings, gifts that include new youth, a transformative change in your body and soul, the incredible gift of immortality. Yes, you heard correctly, is within your reach. These are divine gifts coming to you, sent directly by God, who is pleased with you and ready to bless you in ways that surpass even your greatest dreams. Keep watching, for what comes next will change your perception of time and youth forever. Chosen one, what I am about to share with you will surprise you. If you are watching this video, it is not a coincidence. You have been divinely guided here, and that means something extraordinary is about to happen in your life. Prepare yourself to receive unimaginable blessings, gifts that include new youth, a transformative change in your body, and more importantly, the incredible gift of immortality. Yes, you heard correctly. These are divine gifts sent directly to you. God is pleased with you and is ready to bless you in ways that surpass your greatest dreams. Stay with me, for what comes next will be revealing and will make you see your life from a new perspective. Now, you may be wondering, how is this possible? How can I access this eternal youth? Don't worry, because what you are going to learn here is something that few people have the opportunity to know. The power of God is always present, waiting to be awakened within each of us. But often, we are so distracted by the world that we fail to see the divine signs. I know you feel that you are searching for something greater, something deeper that will fill the void and bring renewed purpose to your life. That is what you will find in this video. Every word you hear from now on is a key that can change your life forever. Don't stop watching. The best is yet to come. From the moment we are born, God destines us for a greater purpose. We are not here by chance, but to fulfill a unique mission that reflects His will and wisdom. This divine purpose goes beyond what the eyes can see, for it is not only about our external actions, but about the transformation that occurs within us. It is the spiritual fuel that keeps our soul young, no matter how old we are. The divine purpose is the invisible force that drives us, constantly renewing our energy and vitality. Often, we go through life without fully understanding the power of this mission, but as we begin to walk in alignment with it, we feel a renewing and transformative force that transcends the physical, creating an eternal youth within our being. When we are immersed in the divine purpose, our soul connects with the infinite source of energy and vitality that God offers to all His children. Spiritual youth is not something we can measure by the clock or the mirror. It does not depend on numbers, age, or temporal standards. It is based on the intensity of our connection with the divine and our surrender to what God desires for us. This alignment brings a renewal that is not fleeting but constant, flowing directly from God, renewing every cell of our being, giving us not only a clearer mind but also a vibrant energy that makes us immune to the wear and tear of time. When we live aligned with this purpose, our body, mind, and spirit remain in harmony, creating a sense of eternal youth. Spiritual youth is much deeper than appearance or the energy we possess physically. It is fueled by our dedication to the divine purpose in our lives. Each of us has a unique mission, a mission that, when followed with truth and love, keeps us connected to divine energy. The divine purpose transcends any physical limitation because it is directly linked to our spirit, something eternal that nothing can destroy. When we dedicate ourselves to the purpose that God has planned for us, we become conduits of His infinite energy, and this is reflected not only in our soul but also in our body, which remains young and vibrant. Meditation, prayer, moments of introspection, and daily spiritual practices are powerful ways to keep this spiritual youth alive. Every prayer, every thought focused on God, strengthens our connection with Him, nourishing our soul with the energy needed to maintain balance, strength, and vitality. These practices help us keep our minds open and receptive to what God has for us, allowing our energy to flow freely. When we are in tune with the divine purpose, time seems to slow down. The hustle and bustle of the world no longer affect us in the same way, and life becomes fuller and more vibrant. Our vitality never runs out because we are continuously renewed by the energy that comes from God. The divine purpose is the key that unlocks our infinite energy. It gives us the motivation needed to overcome challenges, reconnect with our essence, and keep our soul vibrant. By living this purpose, we find meaning in every step of our journey, and our energy, instead of decreasing over time, increases. What many call eternal youth is not something we can achieve just by taking care of our physical body, but something that comes from within, something that keeps us connected to the divine and in constant transformation. The story of many people who lived according to their divine purpose serves as an example of true spiritual youth. An example is the revered leader Mahatma Gandhi. He spent most of his life immersed in his purpose of fighting for justice, truth, and the freedom of his people. Despite his advanced age, Gandhi maintained a vibrant energy until the end of his life, being an inspiration not only to his people but to the entire world. His youth was not in his physical appearance, but in his soul, which was in constant renewal and alignment with a greater purpose. He lived in tune with his destiny, and this connection with the divine is what kept him young, strong, and resilient until his last days. Another example is Nelson Mandela. Imprisoned for more than 27 years, Mandela faced immense challenges but never lost his spiritual youth. His mission to fight against apartheid and promote peace kept him immune to the physical and psychological wear and tear of prison. When he was finally released and became president of South Africa, he radiated an energy that defied age. His soul was nourished by his divine purpose, and that kept him alive and energized, ready to fulfill what God had reserved for him. And we don't need to look at figures so distant from our reality. We all know people in our lives who seem to maintain young energy even as they age. These people have something in common. They are living in tune with their divine purpose. It could be a community leader, an educator, a missionary, or even a friend or family member. They may not be famous, but they have an energy that defies age. That is the power of the divine purpose, which connects us to God's infinite energy and keeps our soul young, renewed, and vibrant. You too can experience this eternal youth in your own life. By discovering your divine purpose and living aligned with it, you will have access to an inexhaustible source of energy and vitality. No matter the difficulties you have faced so far, God has a special purpose for your life, and by surrendering to Him, you will be guided to a spiritual youth that transcends time. It's time to live according to the divine purpose that has been placed in your heart, and by doing so, you will find continuous renewal that will keep your soul young forever. We all face challenges on our journey, difficulties that may seem impossible to overcome, moments when our energy seems to drain, where life tests us in ways that make us question our own strength. Whether it's struggling with financial difficulties, worn-out relationships, or moments of illness and adversity, the weight of these situations often seems to take away our vitality and shine. However, it is precisely in these moments of trial that spiritual youth reveals itself as the key to overcoming any obstacle, without losing inner strength, without letting emotional and physical exhaustion define us. Spiritual youth is not something that is lost when external circumstances become challenging. On the contrary, it is nourished by difficulties, for it is in these moments that our connection with the divine becomes even more essential. The more challenging life becomes, the closer we can get to God, and the stronger we become, not only in spirit but in body and mind. By maintaining this connection with a spiritual purpose, we can overcome even the greatest obstacles, keeping our energy and vitality unshaken. Even when everything around us seems to crumble, spiritual youth reminds us that we are eternal beings, with a divine mission that cannot be destroyed by any earthly problem. Life is not just made of moments of light and tranquility. Everyone faces difficulties at some point in their journey, and it is how we respond to these challenges that determines how much we can keep our spiritual youth intact. When we go through financial difficulties, for example, we may feel the weight of the lack of resources, the insecurity about the future, and the fear of not having enough to move forward. These feelings can drain our energy, and it is easy to lose faith in the divine purpose, believing that we are being punished or forgotten by God. However, when we maintain our spiritual connection, this inner youth gives us the strength to continue, to believe that regardless of the difficulty, we have a greater purpose to fulfill. People with spiritual youth can see beyond the immediate difficulties. They do not see an obstacle as an end, but as an opportunity to strengthen, learn, and grow spiritually. Spiritual youth gives us the ability to face challenges with a resilient mindset, to see beyond the limitation of the present moment, and trust that God will always provide what we need. When we live our lives in alignment with the divine purpose, every challenge we face becomes a lesson, an opportunity for growth, and the energy we receive from God renews us, making our vitality not wane even in the face of adversity. Relationships, for example, can be sources of both energy and wear. When we deeply connect with the people around us, be it friends, family, or partners, we can experience a true exchange of energy. However, when these relationships become toxic or exhausting, we can feel like we are being drained. Here, spiritual youth becomes a powerful defense. People who have this inner youth know that even when the relationships around them are in conflict, they have within them a peace that comes from their connection with the divine. By cultivating unconditional love and forgiveness, spiritual youth allows these feelings of where not to turn into rancor or bitterness. Instead, it guides us to find healing, both within ourselves and in our relationships, without losing our energy. Furthermore, when facing illnesses or health problems, the impact on our physical energy can be devastating. Pain, suffering, and fear may seem to steal our youth, making us feel powerless in front of our own body. However, those who maintain their spiritual youth do not surrender to these challenges. They seek strength in their faith and connection with God, knowing that even in the midst of pain, there is a greater force that can heal and renew. Often, healing is not just physical but spiritual. Spiritual youth gives us the ability to face illness with a mindset of continuous healing, believing that our vitality does not depend solely on our body but also on our soul. When we seek God, He gives us a peace that transcends pain and allows us to continue with renewed energy despite physical adversities. In moments of extreme difficulty, spiritual youth manifests through our ability to keep hope alive, to continue believing that no matter what is happening around us, God is with us. Those who manage to remain spiritually young face life with a courage that is inspiring because they know that their difficulties do not define who they are. Instead of bowing to despair, they stand firm, staying connected to the divine purpose that guides them, knowing that God's energy will always be by their side, renewing and strengthening them. There are countless stories of people who have maintained their spiritual youth even under the most difficult conditions. A classic example is Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor who, even amidst the horrors of concentration camps, found a greater purpose for his life. Frankl believed that even in the most extreme situations, the human soul could still find meaning and purpose. He discovered that those who maintained a reason to live, even in the most inhumane conditions, could overcome difficulties and continue with strength, keeping their inner youth intact. His mind and spirit remained strong because he had a greater purpose that sustained him, and this connection to something higher gave him the strength to continue when death was all around him. Another example is Corrie ten Boom, a woman who also survived the Holocaust and dedicated her life to helping others. She spent years in concentration camps, but her faith in God and her spiritual youth never wavered. During the years of suffering, Corrie maintained her vital energy through prayer, forgiveness, and love for others, and in the end, she became a source of inspiration for the world. Her story is a powerful testament to how spiritual youth can transcend the greatest difficulties in life. These examples, though extreme, show us that spiritual youth is not something we can lose when difficulties arise. On the contrary, it is in these moments of adversity that it strengthens. When our connection with the divine is firm, we can overcome any challenge without losing our vitality or inner energy. Challenges are inevitable, but when we remain steadfast in our faith and aligned with the divine purpose, our spiritual youth never runs out. It grows, strengthens us, and prepares us for each new step in our journey. Thus, you can face any difficulty with confidence. No matter what life throws your way, your spiritual youth is by your side, ready to renew your energy and give you the strength needed to move forward. The connection with the divine is the key that opens the door to a life full of purpose, resilience, and eternal youth. True transformation begins when we decide to deeply connect with the divine, allowing the power of God to renew our soul, body, and spirit. There are simple yet powerful spiritual practices that help us strengthen this connection. Prayer, meditation, fasting, and moments of introspection are some of the tools we can use to create and maintain an intimate relationship with God. These moments of connection are not just rituals of faith, but powerful sources of energy that can renew our vitality, maintain our spiritual youth, and guide us to a fulfilling, purposeful life. Each of these practices has a profound impact on our spiritual journey. Prayer allows us to converse with God, open our hearts, and seek His guidance. Meditation offers us the space to silence our minds, hear the divine voice, and align ourselves with the frequency of the universe. Fasting, often understood as a physical sacrifice, is actually a way to purify ourselves spiritually, connect with our deepest essence, and seek clearer alignment with the divine purpose. Moments of introspection, in turn, help us reflect on our actions and choices, ensuring that we are always aligned with God's will. Together, these practices create a network of spiritual strength that keeps us young, vibrant, and in constant transformation. Prayer is the first practice we should incorporate into our lives, as it is our direct conversation with God. It doesn't matter if you feel lost or distant from God. Prayer is the channel through which we can always reconnect with His divine energy. Many people have the idea that prayer must be done in a specific way or at reserved moments, but the truth is that it can be a sincere conversation at any time and place. Prayer allows us to lay our thoughts and feelings before God, expressing our needs, fears, desires, and gratitude. By doing so, we open our hearts and align ourselves with divine energy. This simple act of surrender allows us to feel a renewal within our being, as if each word of prayer were a healing balm for our soul. When we pray with faith, our spiritual energy begins to expand. The connection with God strengthens our spiritual youth, for as we communicate with Him, we also allow ourselves to be transformed. God renews us not only in the words we say, but also in the sincerity of our hearts. Prayer is, therefore, a starting point for eternal youth. It connects us to the constant flow of energy that God offers us, renewing our soul and reminding us of who we truly are. Meditation, on the other hand, is a practice that goes beyond speech. It allows us to silence the noises of the world and focus on our inner connection. When we meditate, we allow God to communicate with us in a deeper way. In moments of silence, we can hear His voice and feel His presence much more intensely. Meditation teaches us to slow down, to be present in the moment, and by doing so, our spiritual energy strengthens. It is as if, by tuning into the divine frequency, we become more vibrant, more connected, and more immune to the wear and tear of time. During meditation, spiritual youth manifests uniquely. The practice allows us to access the peace that comes from a deep connection with the divine, and this peace is the source of our eternal energy. When we allow ourselves to meditate regularly, our body, mind, and spirit align, creating a sense of continuous renewal. The thoughts that once consumed us begin to lose strength, and our perception of life transforms. Time ceases to be an enemy and becomes an ally, for in meditation we experience what we call eternal presence, the present moment where God dwells. Fasting, often associated with religious and spiritual practices, is a powerful tool for spiritual purification and renewal. When we fast, we are not just depriving ourselves of food, but detaching from the distractions of the world. Fasting is an invitation to focus more intensely on our soul and our connection with God. By abstaining from certain temporal pleasures, we create space for inner renewal, allowing our spiritual energy to strengthen. During fasting, the body may go through a detoxification process, but it is our soul that experiences the greatest transformation. Fasting helps us reconnect with our divine essence, with our true nature, which is immune to the wear and tear of time. The practice of fasting is a form of purification that allows us to approach God more directly and clearly. When we fast with intention and faith, our spiritual vitality is restored, and we begin to perceive things more profoundly. Fasting can be a powerful tool to maintain our spiritual youth, as it helps us focus on what truly matters: our connection with the divine, our life mission, and our eternal purpose. In addition to fasting, moments of introspection play a crucial role in our spiritual transformation. Introspection is a process of self-knowledge and deep reflection on our actions, thoughts, and choices. When we take time to reflect, we move away from external distractions and turn inward, to our heart and soul. Introspection helps us evaluate whether we are aligned with our divine purpose, or if we have strayed from it. It offers us the opportunity to correct our course, to reconnect with our mission, and by doing so, keeps us on the path of spiritual youth. Introspection also helps us understand our emotions, our reactions, and the behavioral patterns that may be distancing us from our true essence. When we allow ourselves to reflect on our actions, we find clarity and discernment. Spiritual youth is not only about energy but also about wisdom. By reflecting on our lives, we learn to make decisions more aligned with the divine purpose, which allows us to live with more harmony, balance, and constant renewal. These practices, prayer, meditation, fasting, and introspection, are not just spiritual rituals. They are tools of transformation. When we incorporate these practices into our daily lives, our connection with God strengthens, and our spiritual energy renews. The more we align ourselves with God, the more our spiritual youth manifests. The connection with the divine not only keeps us vibrant, but gives us an inner strength that transcends time and life's challenges. By living in tune with the divine purpose, we experience an eternal youth that is not limited by physical aging but remains vibrant, resilient, and full of purpose. In every moment of prayer, meditation, fasting, and introspection, we allow our soul to recharge, our spiritual vitality to intensify. Eternal youth is not something we can achieve through physical or material effort, but something that comes from our alignment with the divine. The more we surrender to spiritual practice, the stronger and younger we become in spirit. Our connection with God is the source of our energy, and by keeping it alive, we ensure a life of constant, vibrant, and time-resistant renewal. Gratitude is a powerful force in spiritual renewal, aligning us with divine energy and keeping our spirit young. It shifts our perspective, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary and opening the flow of divine blessings. When we practice gratitude, our soul vibrates with abundance, allowing us to remain vibrant regardless of external circumstances. God blesses us daily, but often, we focus on challenges and miss these gifts. Gratitude helps us see beyond hardships and recognize the wonders in our lives. By living with a grateful heart, we expand our spiritual energy and maintain an inner youth that time cannot diminish. This alignment with divine abundance strengthens our vitality and renews us continuously. Gratitude is the key to preserving spiritual youth. When we give thanks, even for life's smallest blessings, we open our hearts to divine renewal. Each prayer of gratitude restores our soul, revitalizes our energy, and keeps us aligned with God's purpose. Gratitude is not just a mindset, it is a spiritual practice that deeply impacts our well-being. Living in gratitude creates a field of positive energy that not only uplifts us, but also attracts more blessings. The more we appreciate what we have, the more abundance we welcome into our lives. This connection strengthens our vitality, ensuring that our inner youth remains vibrant and ever-growing. Gratitude extends beyond giving thanks for blessings. It also allows us to embrace challenges as divine lessons. What may seem like hardship often holds the seed of spiritual growth. Recognizing this deepens our faith and renews our energy. By trusting God's wisdom, we see beyond suffering and find strength in His greater plan. True gratitude connects us to the source of all abundance. Each time we give thanks, divine energy flows more abundantly, keeping us full of life and renewal. Practicing gratitude daily strengthens our spiritual foundation, helping us embrace life as a sacred gift. This perspective not only enriches our soul, but also equips us to face challenges with youthful resilience. Starting the day with gratitude is a transformative habit. By giving thanks each morning, we set a foundation of positive energy that carries us throughout the day. Gratitude changes our perception of life, allowing us to live with a renewed sense of joy and purpose. This practice keeps our spirit young, transcending physical limitations. Gratitude also teaches us to value what truly matters. In a world driven by desire for more, gratitude grounds us in the present, revealing that we already have everything we need. This sense of fulfillment fuels our spiritual youth, keeping us energized and immune to the weight of time. Many have shown how gratitude preserves spiritual youth. Louise Hay, who overcame health struggles, credited gratitude for her healing and vibrant energy. Motivational speaker Nick Vujicic, despite physical challenges, radiates gratitude, attributing his strength and joy to a thankful heart. These stories prove that gratitude is not just an attitude, but a divine force that revitalizes and empowers us. By embracing gratitude, we connect with the energy that renews and strengthens us. Gratitude is the key to maintaining spiritual youth, living with purpose, and experiencing endless vitality. The more we give thanks, the more our spirit flourishes, keeping us eternally renewed and aligned with divine light. The character count by half while keeping it in English. Divine wisdom is a sacred gift that connects us to eternal truth, guiding us beyond life's limitations. It is not gained merely through experience, but is a divine revelation that helps us see beyond challenges and understand the essence of eternal youth. The wiser we become, the more we realize that youth is not lost over time, but sustained through our connection with God. True youth is not just physical. It thrives in the serenity and clarity that come from living aligned with divine purpose. Wisdom allows us to see beyond temporary struggles, understand life's greater plan, and cultivate inner peace. When we embrace divine wisdom, we experience harmony with God and the universe, understanding that all events serve a divine purpose. This awareness keeps our spirit young, regardless of external circumstances. In difficult times, divine wisdom grants us the ability to remain calm and balanced. Those who seek wisdom use challenges as growth opportunities, strengthening their faith and resilience. Spiritual youth is sustained by the ability to embrace life with faith and confidence, knowing that every experience aligns with a divine plan. Wisdom teaches that life is a continuous renewal cycle. While the body ages, the soul rejuvenates through deeper spiritual connection. With each step toward divine understanding, our energy and clarity increase. Time, as seen in the physical world, does not define true vitality. Our alignment with God does. Those who embrace this truth maintain their energy and clarity, no matter their age. Divine wisdom helps us navigate life with resilience, recognizing every challenge as an opportunity for spiritual growth. It fosters gratitude, acceptance, and an awareness that renews our energy. Facing difficulties with faith strengthens our spirit, keeping our life vibrant and purposeful. This wisdom is not limited to moments of crisis, but should be a daily practice. Living in divine awareness helps us make choices that align with inner truth, fostering harmony with God and the universe. This balance is the foundation of spiritual youth, sustained by compassion, peace, and service to others. In daily life, wisdom prevents emotional and spiritual exhaustion. When guided by divine insight, our actions reflect God's light, bringing constant renewal. Every kind act and wise decision strengthens our connection with eternal youth. Additionally, wisdom teaches the importance of rest and self-care. Taking time to recharge is not weakness, but a vital practice that restores our spiritual energy. By honoring this, we sustain a youthful spirit ready to embrace life's challenges with grace and strength. Throughout history, wise figures have demonstrated how divine wisdom preserves spiritual youth. Mother Teresa, despite immense hardships, remained vibrant in spirit through her selfless devotion. Lao Tzu, the great sage, lived a long and harmonious life, embracing simplicity, balance, and inner wisdom. These examples show that divine wisdom is more than knowledge. It is a lived experience that connects us to our eternal. Divine wisdom is a sacred gift that connects us to eternal truth, guiding us beyond life's limitations. It is not gained merely through experience, but is a divine revelation that helps us see beyond challenges and understand the essence of eternal youth. The wiser we become, the more we realize that youth is not lost over time but sustained through our connection with God. True youth is not just physical. It thrives in the serenity and clarity that come from living aligned with divine purpose. Wisdom allows us to see beyond temporary struggles, understand life's greater plan, and cultivate inner peace. When we embrace divine wisdom, we experience harmony with God and the universe, understanding that all events serve a divine purpose. This awareness keeps our spirit young, regardless of external circumstances. In difficult times, divine wisdom grants us the ability to remain calm and balanced. Those who seek wisdom use challenges as growth opportunities, strengthening their faith and resilience. Spiritual youth is sustained by the ability to embrace life with faith and confidence, knowing that every experience aligns with a divine plan. Wisdom teaches that life is a continuous renewal cycle. While the body ages, the soul rejuvenates through deeper spiritual connection. With each step toward divine understanding, our energy and clarity increase. Time, as seen in the physical world, does not define true vitality. Our alignment with God does. Those who embrace this truth maintain their energy and clarity, no matter their age. Divine wisdom helps us navigate life with resilience, recognizing every challenge as an opportunity for spiritual growth. It fosters gratitude, acceptance, and an awareness that renews our energy. Facing difficulties with faith strengthens our spirit, keeping our life vibrant and purposeful. This wisdom is not limited to moments of crisis, but should be a daily practice. Living in divine awareness helps us make choices that align with inner truth, fostering harmony with God and the universe. This balance is the foundation of spiritual youth, sustained by compassion, peace, and service to others. In daily life, wisdom prevents emotional and spiritual exhaustion. When guided by divine insight, our actions reflect God's light, bringing constant renewal. Every kind act and wise decision strengthens our connection with eternal youth. Additionally, wisdom teaches the importance of rest and self-care. Taking time to recharge is not weakness, but a vital practice that restores our spiritual energy. By honoring this, we sustain a youthful spirit ready to embrace life's challenges with grace and strength. Throughout history, Wise figures have demonstrated how divine wisdom preserves spiritual youth. Mother Teresa, despite immense hardships, remained vibrant in spirit through her selfless devotion. Lao Tzu, the great sage, lived a long and harmonious life, embracing simplicity, balance, and inner wisdom. These examples show that divine wisdom is more than knowledge. It is a lived experience that connects us to our eternal essence. As we align with God and the universe, our spiritual youth remains strong. Wisdom is the path to eternal vitality, proving that true youth is not bound to the body but rooted in divine connection. By seeking this wisdom, we unlock a life of endless renewal, energy, and peace. The moment has arrived, the moment when you will discover the key to being young forever. What you have been searching for, what you have longed to understand, will finally be revealed. Everything we have discussed so far, the connection with the divine, the importance of forgiveness, gratitude, spiritual wisdom, and alignment with God's purpose, leads to a culminating point. You may have wondered, what truly keeps our soul young? What makes spiritual vitality never fade, even as years pass? Now, it will all come together, and you will see that the true key to eternal youth lies in your direct and continuous connection with God, in daily living out His purpose for your life. When you are in tune with Him, when His presence is constant in your journey, spiritual youth will no longer be a distant quest. It will be a daily reality, ever renewed and ever vibrant. The final revelation is about to transform your understanding of what it means to be young forever. Get ready, for the divine power you already carry within you will be the key to unlocking this eternal youth in your soul. The great moment has arrived. After your entire spiritual journey, the truth will be revealed. You may have asked yourself, what keeps my soul young, full of energy and eternal? Now, this transformative answer will be unveiled. The key to eternal youth is not just in physical appearance or external methods. It lies in continuous connection with God and living His purpose. The closer we are to Him, the more our soul is renewed with divine energy. True youth is not temporary, but a constant flow of blessings and spiritual vitality. To maintain this youth, it is essential to strengthen your daily connection with God. Prayer is the direct channel to express your feelings and align yourself with a divine purpose. When you pray with faith, you receive constant renewal and feel God's presence in every moment. It is in this communion that spiritual youth becomes a vibrant reality. Meditation, in turn, allows you to silence the world and tune in to the divine frequency. By meditating, you create space to hear God's voice, feel His peace, and renew your strength. Over time, you will notice your energy expanding, and your sense of lightness and vitality growing, transcending physical limitations. But it is not enough to just pray and meditate. Eternal youth manifests in the daily practice of your divine purpose. Living aligned with what God has for you keeps your energy renewed and your soul vibrant. Every action toward your calling releases a continuous flow of vitality because true spiritual youth is born from a sense of mission. Now, it's time to apply this knowledge. Pray more deeply, give thanks for the blessings you have already received, and recognize the spiritual youth within you. Meditate more frequently, allowing divine peace to fill your being. And above all, live in alignment with God's purpose, for this is the key to an eternally renewed soul. The secret to staying young is in daily connection with God and living His purpose. With each prayer, meditation, and step toward your divine mission, your soul will be continuously rejuvenated. Imagine your life transformed by this daily practice, living in harmony, vibrant, and full of energy. This is true eternal youth, accessible to all who seek this connection with faith and dedication. Now that you know this secret, your spiritual journey becomes clearer. God has already placed within you the key to eternal youth. By connecting with Him daily, you will not only remain young but also fulfill the divine purpose for which you were called. This is the true source of vitality that never runs out. That you know the secret to maintaining your eternal youth through the power of God. I want to hear from you. How has your spiritual journey been so far? Which moments of connection with the divine have strengthened and kept you young in spirit? Share your story in the comments, as here, as the chosen ones, we support and inspire each other. Also, leave the following affirmation in the comments as an act of faith. I am young forever by the power of God. Let's strengthen our faith community together and experience this eternal youth that God has reserved for each of us. Thank you for accompanying me this far. If this content resonated with your heart, follow the channel, like, and share this video with those who might also identify with it. If you felt the power of God renewing your spiritual youth, don't stop here. In the next video, chosen ones, they never thought you would leave. Now they are obsessed with you. I will reveal something that will deeply surprise you. It is a revelation that can change how you see the people around you and your journey. Don't let this opportunity slip away. Click now and discover what is waiting for you. The truth is about to be revealed, and you won't want to miss it.